Hey, I know it's only been a couple of days since the first video. I just wanted to make another quick video because I did talk a lot in the first one. I'm not doing that for future videos. I went back and watched it and I'm like, man, I droned on. But I have made a large change to the base in terms of what I said I was going to do. I haven't still got around to doing the copper building just yet. That's my next project, and it's going to look really cool. So I'll show you what I'm going to visually try and plan for that. But welcome to the update. So I kind of hit a snag. I needed to get industrial, encased industrial beams set up because I was running really low. And even though I was building them like all the way down there in the other place, I've started to dismantle that just to get rid of it because it's a bit of an eyesore. And it's sort of like prepping me for moving the actual train stations up here. I've been sort of thinking to myself, because I do want the trains to be below me so that I can have a large depot. And I was looking at the space behind me, and I was thinking that maybe I should flatten this out, get rid of all the trees, and then turn that into a depot area so all of the trains come in, dump their stuff, and then I can just connect it to the depot to the actual factory itself. That's probably going to take a week or two just to fucking plan out and start building. I don't even know visually how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm still sticking to the principle of UK factory style buildings, and I've made a huge change. So I said in the last video I was going to make it so that there's space, so that, things like OSHA don't slap you across the face, where all the machines are accessible, that you can get to and from those areas, but at the same time keeping the space cramped, because like I said, our factories are fucking cramped. And not like bad cramped, they're just cramped in terms of the space usage, because you pay for the land that you build on, and this country tries to do as many things cheaply as they can. How do you think we're Great Britain? Oh, this country was once king and queen of slave labor. Anyway, so yeah, I'm still sticking to that sort of plot point. So here we go. This building, this one I'm looking at right now, I did say that I was going to stretch it out and restructure it, rebuild it. I have indeed done that. And I've pulled these out from here because this is what I'm actually making in this building. And if we actually come over here, we have the steel beams being made. The resources are coming in from underground. I'm using a temporary line to get this in for now. And this is actually coming from the trains, so that's pretty good. I did that just because the only sort of line that I've got coming in at the moment for limestone is coming from that corner. It's just that is it. There's not many limestone sort of nodes around this particular spot. There is one right underneath me, but I got to be careful of that one because of the trains. And then I'm producing cement, which, in here, that's going into the building below. And inside the building, I just tried to keep it as a simple layout so that you can sort of access the thing, and yeah, you know what I mean. Try and make it look like the machines aren't completely cramped, but yet they still have function, so that you can still get around to them for maintenance reasons. Try and make it a little bit realistic, So we got that, and then we come up. I tried to make this also realistic when you come up. Tried to keep space going, so there's a ladder here to access the machine, there's a ladder here to get to the other side. And we got the piping. The piping doesn't do anything, it's not actually connected, but in terms of the visual aesthetics of making it look like, stuff's happening, I'm always down for doing things like that. Just because it adds a sort of realism without actually needing to connect anything to it. I always like things like this. I wish there was more variety and choice. There's just the pipe and the segment sort of splitter. It's a little bit limiting in terms of the way that you can make it look, but fine, whatever. And if we look on the other side, we could see that I put in what looked like a little water tank thing, or cement tank as it gets pumped around. And then we come through. I've restructured the entirety of this building. This building now makes more sense in terms of its layout. It's a huge monstrosity of a building as you walk past it, with a billboard, and I thought this was pretty cool. I'll get to the other side in a minute, but screw production for reinforced steel plates. Literally tells you what the building is for, and I quite like that. So we come down and we go into the building. Again, nice big open space, so that the machines, they can be looked after. I should have put railings across here, but you know, whatever. That goes out there. And then we come up. So there's two ways you can get up on this side for the maintenance of oh god, I slipped. For the maintenance of the you know, the belt system that actually feeds. But if you go into the other way, it takes you up to the floor above, where all of the machines, again, there's plenty of space they can get past, are operating in a sort of more realistic manner. I do need to put up like safety signs and everything, like mind your head and things like that. I don't think you can actually, can you do that? Maybe you can with these, the label signs like mind your head, because obviously these things, they do kick about. And for now, I just put this here like this because I just needed rods. So this is probably going to be changed. I'm probably going to have this system, because I was looking at this like, I don't want these everywhere. This is so stupid. But instead, what I was thinking of doing at some point is having a truck system that picks up all the stuff that the factory makes and then trucks it off to the depot. So I like I said, the depot is going to be at the back of the facility, the factory. So I was thinking maybe a truck system that goes down, like a series of sloping, you know what I mean, like a parking lot, how it goes down. That goes to the depot and drops everything off at the depot. So I can get rid of these so that they're not actually in the factory facility. Because I think it's a little unrealistic to have them connected to the machines. It's a bit weird. But either way. I still need to mess about with this. I just put it in place for now just to get the machines online. But I don't know what I'm going to do here. Maybe put up a few signs and things. Maybe a sign that says how many screws I'm making per minute. Stuff like that. But yeah, this needs to be covered because it's a little bit deadly to have a live wire right next to the fucking ladder. Little bit deadly to have a live wire right next to a fucking metal ladder. But either way. So as we come across, we then bump into something that I'm just using at the moment to bump into this. This is just runoff. I didn't really know what else to do with the steel that I'm making, the steel ingots. I had about 60 left out of 150. This is using a good chunk of that, but obviously there's about 60 left. I think it's 60. Yeah, 30 per. So 30 each. And these machines, they're basically just making empty canisters. Probably should be storing these. They probably do come in handy. At the moment, I don't really have a use for them. So I'm just pumping them into this, which is giving me some tokens. I'm currently making about 30k points per minute, which is really cool. But yeah, so this little sort of building is separated. You got that one line of ingots coming through, and I think it looks clean. Like I said, I still need to make adjustments to this. It's whatever, but quick update. This is just a quick update video to show you what I'm doing. This was down here. I decided to put it up there. I'm not entirely sure what I want to put here. I might actually double this and have two lots. But in doing that, I would need to double this building because This is making the correct amount of screws for the amount of machines that I've got up there, which is 12 machines, by the way. Each one needs over 600 screws each, and there's 6 on each side up the top. So I would need to double this building to be able just to double this, which is a little bit on the silly side, but that's factory building, you know, it's pretty cool. Or I could just put summer sloops in and double the output that way. And I think it's better for me to just summer sloop it. I haven't really gone out and collected them all. I've just gone out and grabbed as many as I can. But yeah, I still haven't changed this. I do want to change this. I do want it to be like a battery bank, and I was thinking of having the power connectors and stuff, so I can flick the switches on and off, so I can turn the factories on and off. Made some minor changes to the actual factory itself, so that you can get in and out for maintenance. Nice, clean, shiny floors. But yeah, I decided to try to make it more of a realistic type thing. You got a little ladder here. You come up and then, you know, nice clean area for servicing of these factories. And that's that so far. So this huge building was what I've been doing for the last day, or roughly a day. I mean, the last video was uploaded, what, about 2.5 days ago, roughly. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I might do this more often, because I think drumming up the attention is probably more smarter than me waiting a whole week before I make another video. So maybe I'll try and do a video every couple of days, just so that you can see the progress more active. But yeah, so the next big project is going to be, for me at least, this will probably take a day and a half or something. I need a building. I need to double this up, and this one building is creating the iron ingots that I need. It's creating how many again? 250, and splitting that out is 31.25, which means I can get 8 of these. So what I'm thinking of doing is having 4 above the main foundry, and then having that building come across into another building and having like a little archway here, much in the same way that I've got over there. And then underneath, I'm going to be converting one lot of the 4 into cables, and the other lot, the lot over here, I need stators and rotors set up to be able to make the motors. So I'm going to feed all of this cabling, all of this copper wire, I should say, and the cabling into the system somehow. But yeah, and the other project, so I've got that. It's a huge building. It's like a double stack building here, a single building that needs to be put there, the archway, the connected everything. And then there's also this, so the reinforced and steel pipes. I need to bring in the steel pipes, which I haven't showed you just yet. I'll get to that in a sec. Steel pipes, and obviously I'm making the reinforced plates right here. So I'm thinking of doing the modular frames, maybe push it up so that I've got more space here. I don't really want to keep clustering everything. So I think I might actually push this up and build it out here. And the building next to it is going to be the heavy modular frame. And the heavy modular frame is what I'm going to be using to feed the awesome sink for a while. I don't necessarily need the heavy frames myself while I'm still building my initial factory. So I'm just going to pump everything that I create into the awesome sink, and I'm going to try and get as many coupons and stuff, you know, as many tickets as I can, while I'm still building it out. Yeah, so that's currently that. The other building was this. This is that produces the steel pipes. This one building takes one line. So this line right here goes into the little building below. And this one building produces 150 ingots. And I can then split that into 2 machines. Let me click it. 75 each. So 2 machines, tiny building. I've left plenty of space so that I can put things down and make it look more pretty on the inside. Still need lighting. I still haven't figured it out. I know I made a complaint about lighting in the last video. It's ever prevalent. The fucking lighting in this game is terrible, and I'm not defending it. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, I made a mistake. No, I do genuinely think the lighting in this game is terrible. But either way, and it's all being stored into here. So this is the huge amount of steel pipes. All of these steel pipes, they're all going to be pumped over to the modular frame area, like I say, and they're all going to be converted into the heavy modular frame. And I'm thinking about putting both buildings here. They shouldn't be that big. It's pretty small. Just 2 of them, I think, is enough for now. Maybe not. Maybe more. I just slapped 2 down. I was experimenting, but it's only 5 per minute, and I'm making 75 per minute times 2. So I can build a lot of these with the reinforced iron plates, and as you saw, I'm making a lot of steel as well. So I'm going to have to figure out the maths ratio. Oh. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. This is video 2. Video 3 is going to be the copper, like I said, and the modular frame system. And then maybe when I've built those buildings, I'm going to do these. Like I said, I'm going to condense this down to be 1 tower. And then I'm going to have all of these attached to 1 tower. I kind of want to make that in the blueprint now, because I'm thinking of putting it there, on there, and on the end. And I kind of want it to be like a circular thing. So you see how it corners off here. I kind of want to put a corner there, and a corner there, and then have this thing that I'm planning on building and slap it in the center. So I've got 4 ways, 4 lights. There are 4 lights going in all 4 directions of the factory. I think that's pretty cool. Don't know what to put here yet. No idea. But there we go. Video 2. It's shorter. There was a lot to talk about. There was a lot to see. There was actually quite a big change. So yeah, it looks so cool though from above. It's getting there. It's looking so much like a factory. And it's only going to look more and more impressive as I go along. Too many people just build cornrow, and it's so annoying. Do you not see that in like all the streamers and video makers? They just put their machines right next to each other in a fucking row, and the row just goes on and on and on, and then they exaggerate the amount of like materials they need to make it look like they need way more than they fucking actually do. And it's like, oh Jesus Christ, these huge big projects, and there doesn't seem to be many people that are just kicking back and making stuff like this. There's one streamer, I just want to shout out his name, on Twitch that I have been watching. I unfortunately can't interact with him. He does his best to reply in English, but he's a German streamer. His stream is German. His people that watch, and it's Chaos 1699. I think he's a brilliant guy in terms of the buildings that he makes. They look amazing. Go and check out his channel. I'm going to put it in the description. That's my recommendation currently if you want to watch a streamer, if you want to watch people play like this, if I'm not online myself. But either way, head over to my stream, hit follow. Let me know what you think of my current build. Let me know of your build, because I'd like to see what you're designing, especially when it comes to not just like realism. I'm not saying realism, but in terms of an actual factory, like in terms of making it look like if you was to go out to a local factory, this is something that you would see. This is more believable as a sort of blueprint, and that's what I'm aiming for personally. I want it to look believable, as much as I can. I'm not a factory worker, you know. I've still got to Google this shit. The majority of it, I have worked in factories, but you know what I mean. I don't fly. I'm gonna have to use like Google images of like top-down shots and stuff. But Weird thing to proclaim. I don't fly. But either way, I hope you're enjoying this. I am going to try and make this into a video series, obviously. And I'm waffling. It's now 20 minutes. I'm going to try and get the videos to get shorter and shorter. Make it so it's only like a 10 to 15 minute video. I'm going to try and not waffle as much as I am. I know the first video was quite long. But yeah, check out the description if I'm not live myself. Click on there, give him a follow, let him know what you think of his builds. I personally think they're amazing. He's gone like huge, but it's not. It's like space. He's not just crammed everything in. It's got like a couple of building, creators and stuff like constructors, and then he's got like this amazing like dome structure around it, and it looks so cool. I am very impressed with it. So that's Chaos 1699. Again, it's a German streamer. He does his best to reply in English, but be wary of that. If you're gonna go there, just don't type anything. Just watch his stream. But either way, thank you for watching. Yeah, see you in video 3. The copper factory. It's going to be quite a sizable thing. Ciao. Or should I stick with ta-ra? Ta-ra!